Hello guys, it is Gate of Theories, and this week on Gate of Theories we are looking at some of the movies from Walt Disney Animation Studios. And these three movies, Wreck-It Ralph, Bolt and Meet the Robinsons, we're going to see if there are any connections to them, and we're going to find out if the agent from Bolt, the game player girl in Wreck-It Ralph who they call the Moppet girl, and Lewis from Meet the Robinsons are related. But before we go any further, we have a quick question for you guys. Can you guess the movie from these emojis? The answer will be at the end of the video. And before we go any further, just make sure you've clicked that subscribe button. First of all, let's look at the genetics of these three people. We can say that the agent is probably the father of these two children, and that Lewis and the Moppet girl would be brother and sister. Now let's look at the genetics. Their hair color is the exact same. They all have blonde hair. Their eye color is the exact same. They all have blue eyes. They're all wearing glasses, and even their head shapes are all the same sort of shape. Their head shapes seem to be either the heart shape or the diamond shape on this picture of head shapes. So genetics match up as to think that the agent is the father of the Moppet girl, and the Moppet girl is brothers with Lewis. Now let's look at where on earth the movies would take place to see if they take place in a similar area as where Bolt takes place. We know that for the most part of the movie, Bolt takes place in Hollywood, in Los Angeles, in California, in America. Now we only get a tiny glimpse of where on earth Wreck-It Ralph would take place. Now we can see from this image that it takes place on a Route 83. Now I know it's hard to see, but you've got to trust me, it is Route 83. And there are several Route 83s across all over America, but this setting seems to also have mountains, a power plant, and also palm trees. And there are only two places in America that match this exact description: Southern Texas and the Central California. And as we know that Bolt takes place in California, we can suggest that Wreck-It Ralph takes place in California. There we go, we have a connection between Bolt and Wreck-It Ralph. So, all we need now is a connection between Bolt, Wreck-It Ralph, and finally Meet the Robinsons. Now, we've managed to make a connection between Bolt and Wreck-It Ralph, but how on earth with Meet the Robinsons? Now, the connection with Meet the Robinsons isn't as strong as the one between Bolt and Wreck-It Ralph, but it could still work. If you're a long-time viewer of Gate of Theories, you will have known that we did a video called Are All the Disney Movies Arcade Games? This is basically suggesting that every single Walt Disney Animation Studios movies are actually games in the Wreck-It Ralph universe, and you can watch the video by clicking the card. Of course, this theory that we have today will not fit with the arcade theory, because of course the Moppet girl doesn't live inside the arcade games. But what we did find in that video is that there is a dinosaur from Meet the Robinsons in Game Central Station.
All of them is actually that T-Rex dinosaur who was actually tiny from Meet the Robinsons. And
it seems that the dinosaur from Meet the Robinsons, called Tiny, is actually based off a game character from an arcade in Los Angeles, in California, which is exactly where Bolt takes place. So there we go, we have a solid connection between Bolt, Wreck-It Ralph, and Meet the Robinsons. So, to complete my theory, I'm going to suggest that the agent is the father of Lewis and the Moppet girl, and that the Moppet girl and Lewis are brother and sister. And of course, who is Lewis's mother is the next question that we must ask, but that is for another video. And if you want to see that, then tell us in the field section down below and we'll see what we can do. But from now, I'm gonna say that the agent and the mother split up. The mother took Lewis, and then we know of course what happens to Lewis, and that the agent took the Moppet girl. And now we know that the agent is always away in Hollywood with his whole work obsessions with the show Bolt. And we know that the Moppet girl seems to spend a lot of time at the arcade. I'm gonna say that the agent and the Moppet girl don't get along that well, seeing as of course they seem to be in different places a lot, and also how the Moppet girl seems to look up to Mr. Litwax and see him as sort of a father figure. And another thing to prove that the agent and the Moppet girl don't get on very well is the agent says this to Penny about his little girl at home.
Look at this face! I have a little girl at home, love of my life. I would do anything for her. And I would trade her for you in a heartbeat.
And that there just proves that these two aren't the best of friends. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this theory. If you did enjoy this theory, then please like it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tell us in the field section down below what you think, if there's any more connections between Bolt, Meet the Robinsons and Wreck-It Ralph we could do. And also, if you want to find out who on earth the mother could be, and tell us some ideas of who you think the mother of the Moppet girl and Lewis could be, and also the wife of the agent. Tell us all that in the field section down below. And the answer to the emoji question is babe. If you did get that right, then please tell us that in the field section down below. And as always, we've been here on Geographic Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.